Hello everyone. Ow. Hello. Hey everyone, it is me. I am Simply Gabby. I don't know if I should refer to myself as that. I am Gabby and my channel is called Simply Gabby. My camera's running on E. In case you're wondering what happened to, I posted about it a little bit on Instagram and like in the description box. I actually filmed how to repigment vitiligo part 2. I posted that video like literally last year, so it was like 7 months ago, but since then I've learned a lot of new things and things that I could add to that, and I know you guys wanted to hear more about it in more detail, so per your guys' request, I made that video, and somehow in the midst of like switching from my old computer to a new computer, somehow that video got lost. I don't know where it went because I filmed it on my phone, but somehow it's just not there anymore. I really feel like crap about it, but maybe I'm just gonna refilm it today. So that video, I promise, is coming, and I will do everything I can to make it like the best video that I've ever made, and I'll put a lot of detail into it to make it up to you guys for taking so freaking long. So but today is another video. Obviously because you are watching this video, you thought the topic was interesting, or you wanted to know what I was talking about regarding this topic. So it's how to be confident with vitiligo. So right now I am wearing something where you can't see my vitiligo. So this, you really can't see all that much. I don't know if you can even see it at all right now. I guess I'm just so used to it, I just don't even care anymore. But this is what I look like. I've been struggling with it. Well, I'm not really struggling anymore. I struggled with it for a large portion of my life, and over time, you know, I just kind of got over it. So I'm going to tell you exactly how I did that. I'm going to tell you a bunch of different steps in no particular order of how I became confident with my vitiligo, and along the way I am going to post some pictures in here and there, and to give you guys better, like, you know, just to help you guys like understand the transition. But let me pull up my little notes. And the first thing I ever really did to become more confident was to start treating myself with like more respect. It was really hard to take this step because vitiligo made me feel like I was less than everybody, and I didn't deserve love and acceptance, and I knew it was different, and I felt like I deserved to be treated like crap. You know, I felt like because I was different, I had it coming and I deserved it, and there was nothing I could do about it. That's a pretty like scary train of thought, because I didn't even respect myself. I didn't accept myself. It was just a really dark road that I went down. I thought people had a right to treat me a certain way, and I just had to accept it because I was different and I deserved it. It's pretty sad to think about it, honestly. I thought I was less than everybody else. I thought everybody else around me had something that I didn't. And then I thought I would never catch up to them or be enough to be worth as much as other people. So one of the first things that took me so long to learn was that I was equal to other people, and that in order to get to this stage, I needed to start respecting myself and accepting myself the way that I was. Whether or not I was super duper happy with how I looked, I think it's really important that I took that step, and I was just starting to realize everybody has something different about them that makes them think they'll never fit in. Well, at least most people do. If you don't, I don't even know, you're lucky. One of the first steps was to like respect that I was different, even if I didn't understand it. So respecting how I was in that very moment is something that started to heal my brain. So my brain and my mind was really messed up because you know, I was thinking I was worthless, I didn't really deserve to be here, I didn't deserve the people around me, and if they treated me like crap, it's because I deserved it. So my camera just died. Maybe this is better quality. Maybe I'm glad the camera died. But like I was saying, what was I saying? What was I just saying? I don't even know.
Oh, she looks excited.
Netflix was out. But like I was saying, I just thought I was less than everybody. I thought I deserved what I had coming to me. But as soon as I started really just thinking about what it means to be a person and what it means to, you know, love each other, I determined that, you know, I wasn't as bad as I thought, and that's what started changing everything. I started thinking, yeah, I'm two colors, but so what? A lot of other people have things that they're not entirely comfortable with, or whatever, but it doesn't really give anybody a right to, you know, be a jerk. And that includes myself. I started to think I can at least try to stop the negative thoughts because I get enough of it while I'm out. Literally ignored everybody at school, everybody everywhere. If they had something to say, you might as well not even say it, because I literally didn't even hear it. It wouldn't register anymore. That may have been a little bit of denial, but it honestly probably saved me a lot of like tears, and like, you know, it saved me a lot just by pretending. I did not hear these people. Whenever these people were saying something bad to me, I was acting like deaf. So that helped me as well. So that kind of wraps up the first and very lengthy explanation of beginning to respect myself and like start to accept myself, because respect and accepting are two different things. So the next thing is this kind of goes along with the first one, but it's to protect your body and your mind. How I think of it is that my body and my mind are like a house, and I have to protect it no matter what. So when an intruder comes in, I have to protect it. You know, if a fire were to start, I have to protect it. So you can kind of think of like the fire as like the negative thoughts, like, you know, kind of like a candle falling over, catching a curtain on fire, you gotta put it out. And the intruders, like the burglars and all the people that want to bring you down and want to see you fail, those are like burglars and like crazy people. Those are the people you want to keep out, and those are the people you want to protect yourself and, you know, your house from. So that's the next point, is to protect yourself at all costs. At the end of the day, a lot of people don't want to see other people succeed, because then it means they are falling behind, or they're not doing as well as they want. So I totally understand that, because I used to be the same way too. I felt like if somebody was succeeding or got the job that I wish I could have, I resented that person in a way, because that's what I wanted, and I felt like because they had that opportunity, it was taking something from me. I know other people feel that way too, but it's important that we protect ourselves in all possible ways. I know vitiligo and other conditions make you vulnerable to other people. I didn't experience any like physical abuse, but I don't know if that happens to other people, and if it does, I'm really sorry. But I only experienced like mental abuse, but it's still abuse. So protect yourself at all costs. Do whatever you have to do to keep the crazies out, because you're not imagining things, you're not making this up. if something even makes you uncomfortable, you have the right to say so and to like remove yourself from that situation. Sometimes I don't always feel like my feelings are real. So sometimes I still second guess what I'm feeling. Like, I'm like, is this just a feeling, or is this me knowing that something's not right? So sometimes I'm not sure if my feelings are real, or if I'm just like resisting the situation or not quite understanding something. But I think at the end of the day, trust your gut feeling, because I don't think that your gut will ever steer you wrong. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I would rather be paranoid and like nothing happened than being overly trusting and then something happened. So be cautious with yourself, and people are not always going to understand you and they lash out. So be careful and protect yourself, whether it's mentally or physically, and know that you are not wrong and you have a right to say no to anything or anyone. So that got a little like deep. I honestly didn't even write that down about that, so I don't know where that came from. The next thing is something on more like the upbeat side, is to like be nice to yourself and give yourself compliments. This is something I struggled with for the longest time. Whenever somebody would give me a compliment, I'd be like, oh thanks, and then think like they don't mean it, or that's not true, or yeah right. So sometimes I still do that, but I am in a much better place, and I don't really do that all that often anymore. But I'm gonna try to find a photo of what my room used to look like when I really needed some kind words, and that's what I did. Because I couldn't get any kind words from anybody else, I plastered my room in sticky notes. Whether it was something I wanted to do, wanted to be, I wrote everything that was good about my life, about myself, and I put it on a note and I put it on the wall. I wrote literally everything that I could think of, put it on a note, and covered my walls. It seems pretty ridiculous. It seems pretty like extreme. And my room was pretty big size, but I filled up every space on that one wall with sticky notes. They were everywhere, and they were on my mirrors, they were on my doors, they were all over the wall. I think I even had some on my ceiling, but I'll try to insert a picture. But I couldn't receive any comments or compliments from anybody else, so I wrote myself like a million. It felt really necessary at the time because I really needed something that wasn't so negative. So every time I would go into my room, literally I was surrounded by these kind words, even though they were my own. It really helped me get through like that tough time of not having anything good in my life, because even though it just seemed a little ridiculous and I didn't really want people coming into my room, just because it was like there were so many notes about myself and I didn't want people to know what I was thinking or what I really thought about myself or what I wanted, because these thoughts were personal, so I didn't want anyone to see them. And it was extreme, but it was probably one of the things that helped me the most. And every time I would look at the mirror, I would see a note that says like, you are enough. Little things like that could really change a lot for certain people. So I think it's just really important to have something positive in your place. Like, this is my place, and there's no notes anymore, but it's because the notes are in here. And I actually have a notebook. When I took those notes off the wall and moved into this room, I stuck them all into a huge notebook. It filled, one of those 5-inch notebooks, like the spiral binder things that some classes at school would require you to have. Every last page was filled. So that's how many notes I had. I still have it because it's a reminder of how far I've come, and it's just it's really weird because I find that a lot of those things that I wrote about myself, I eventually became or found in my life. So in some way I felt like, even if I didn't obviously read all of these notes daily, like read every single like note on my wall, like there was like 300, so I didn't read 300 notes a day. I would probably glimpse at a couple a day, like just like looking around my room, and like sometimes I'll probably like, oh, I don't even care, but like, you know, that absorbs into your brain, into your mind, and whether or not you think it's working, it makes like it makes an impact over time. So whether or not I thought it was working, I didn't even intend it to cure me, fix me, help me, but over time it really did, and I started feeling and thinking and believing all of those things that I've written. That is one of the best things that I ever did, and I didn't even really mean to do it. I always like to write notes to myself. It started as just reminding myself to do certain things, and then one day, I think how I started all of these notes was, I think I really liked somebody. Yeah, I really liked somebody, and when I told them, a bunch of stuff went down, and turns out they didn't like me like that and were like leading me on, and you know, all that good stuff. And you know, it was just a really tough time for me because that was the first person I kind of opened up to, and they really were leading me on and weren't really being honest with me, and then they were kind of like talking about me too to some of my other friends, so it really hurt me when I found that out. And that was kind of the turning point when I put my first notes up on the wall, just because I felt like they couldn't see all of the good things about me, and I really wanted to prove them wrong. I was like, this is what's good about me, smack, put one on the wall, like everything. I really wanted to just, it really sparked me, because I took that and I was like, well, this is what you're missing, and this is what's good about me, and I can't believe you can't see it. So that's what started it. So I'm really thankful that that happened, because right now I to this day I don't even care about that person anymore. I don't wish them any harm, but you know, they don't affect me that way anymore, and I wish the best for them, but I am happy where I am now. And if it wasn't for that, I don't know if I ever would have put up those notes. Deep down I knew that that person was wrong, and they misjudged me, and they weren't seeing all my good qualities. And at that point, I guess that was me, in a way, taking a stand and saying you're wrong. So I put up all these notes, and ever since, it's been uphill. Okay, I have 2 more things for you today. I'm not gonna make this video too long, but the next thing is practice self-care. I know people do a lot of different things. I really like to work out. It's something that makes me feel really good. I've been kind of getting out of it just because it's kind of really hard to work out. I like to work out outside. That's what makes me feel the best, and I can't really do that when it's winter just because it's really cold and frosty, and I don't like that. So I like to work out in the summer, but so when it's during the winter, I do stuff like in the house, like body weight exercises, and I was going to the gym, but that just became too hard with my schedule, so I decided to do the home workouts instead. But I think it's really important to practice like self-care and to pamper yourself in a way every like at least like once a week, you know, something to look forward to, a day where you do nothing but do the things that you love. Honestly, I pamper myself by like, I just got a new computer, I got braces, I love to watch Netflix, not even gonna lie about it, that's one of my favorite things to do. I love Netflix. I think it's because of how much I love stories. I become so invested with it, I can't even function until I know how the story ends. So I love Netflix. I just got a new bed, so I love to lay on my bed and watch Netflix all the time. I'm out of breath talking about it. I just love Netflix. But that's one of the things I love to do the most. I like to take my days off and literally just do nothing but that, because when it's during the work week, I never miss a day, I'm never late. I work really hard because I'm working towards my goals, and I use my days off to recuperate, and that means I get to do nothing. So whatever you want to do on your days off, your free time, do it, and do as much of it as you can, because those are the days that you should pamper yourself and practice self-care, whether you want to go to the gym, whether you want to go to the spa, get your nails done, get your eyebrows done. I don't do any of those things just because I don't do it. I just don't feel like it, honestly. Make sure if you like to get your, like, I don't know, eyelashes filled, does everybody do that, or is that just something, I don't know. But if whatever you like to do, get your hair cut, get in the bathtub, read a book, watch Netflix, watch YouTube videos, do whatever you want during your free time to pamper yourself, because that is how you're going to recover and get ready for the next days. So take care of yourself, because you deserve it. And the last thing that I really recommend is have a vision board and fill it with your goals and your dreams. Let me just show you real quick. I have you can't really see it, this is a new vision board, so that means I'm still filling it. I don't really have a printer, so if I had a printer I'd probably be printing a lot of things, but I think it's really important to be able to visualize and see your goals daily, even if you're not like taking huge steps towards your goals. I think it's really important just to write down what you want, because I do believe in manifestation. I don't know at what level I believe in that, but I know that when you see something and you believe it hard enough, even subconsciously you're working towards those goals, even if you don't know what steps you're currently taking. You need to know how, you need to know what. So what do you want? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? You don't have to worry about the how you're going to get there. You just have to know what you want. On my previous vision board that I had in my other room, I had goals like, back when I didn't really understand my vitiligo, I wanted to become tan again. I don't have any idea if my mind had anything to do with my repigmentation, but I had that on my list. I don't care about that now, but I also had on my vision board a long time ago that I took down, I wanted straight teeth, and I never thought I would get to have that like luxury, and now I'm at a place where I can afford braces, you know. So, and I wanted to work from home. I wanted a lot of things, and somehow when I look back at those things, I'm like, hey, I have that now. I have a lot of those things. And one of the biggest things that I had on my vision board a long time ago was to get on YouTube and start making videos. Probably about a year ago, I was absolutely terrified of the camera, my own voice, editing my own videos. I didn't want to hear or see myself, because I thought I look better to others or appear better to others, and I don't want to be like feeling bad if I am not too pleased with what I see and hear. So I was terrified of YouTube. I was afraid of people not wanting to hear what I had to say. I was really afraid because I don't know why. But eventually, after posting that first video, each one became a little bit easier, and now I don't even know how many videos I have, but I post every week. So those things actually came true, and I don't know why or how, but I knew that I wanted those things. So I think it's really important for whoever it is whoever's watching to like write your goals down. If you don't have a vision board, just write it down on like a sticky note. Even if it's on your phone, just write it down. Write what you want, because in your mind you are figuring out what you want, and then the universe and your brain and everybody else will figure out the how. So figure out what you want, and you will reach it one day. So that concludes my video. It was pretty deep there for a minute, but I felt like it was something that you guys really wanted to see, because a lot of people asked me about it on Instagram. They're like, I really admire your confidence, and how do you do it, and how can I become that way? My viewers and all the people on Instagram that follow me are just looking for somebody to learn from and to help them with this condition, and I'll be glad to come up on this on YouTube and talk about whatever you guys want, because I struggled and I felt like that is so that you guys don't have to as much. I just wish you all love and happiness, and I hope that one day everybody can reach the same level of comfort that I have. So I really love everybody who has ever subscribed to my channel, and I really am truly appreciative of every subscriber, like, and viewer. So I'm gonna stop talking about that now. So if you enjoyed it, please give it a like and a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Oh, and let me know what else you want to see in the comments, because I will gladly film it for you guys. So without further ado, this is the end of the video, and I will see you guys next time.